Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hold on to your hats because yep, I'm doing it. I'm going to do some sewing on camera. Oh dear, I might come to regret this. Okay, what I've done, I've trimmed my pages of the white bit. We still have a tiny white bit here, which I will sort out later. I think it's just where maybe it went into the printer slightly off. These are the pages I printed off ready for my botanical journal. And, you know, you can get ready and get your coffee dyed paper or anything like that ready. So I've done that and, yeah, I'm quite happy with them. Now, what I've done is I've laid it flat and I've clipped the 4 binder clips onto my pages. Okay. The reason I've done it while it's flat is I found that if I folded it and tried to put them in, I seem to have a gap in between the pages. I'm not sure if that's correct. I've watched so many videos. I'm just, yeah, it's just crazy. But, you know, when someone's so good at doing it, sometimes you feel like a bit of a failure. Keep watching and watching and watching and you're still getting it wrong. So let's have a failure video. No, I'm only kidding. Okay, so the needle I'm going to use today is quite a long, sharp one. And that's just for my benefit really, so that I can see what I'm doing with it. I do have somewhere, yep, I'm going to have this little needle thing because I'm terrible at yeah, getting pricked by my needles. And I'm going to use this wax thread which came in the kit that I got from AliExpress. If you want to know a bit more about that kit, I will put the video up now and you will be able to see that video. There's a link there to the video where I show you the kit in its entirety. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take quite a lot of thread because I'm going to give 3 times, and I don't know if that's correct. I know some people do 2 times or 3 times depending on what, you know, what kind of sewing they're doing. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to thread my needle, and I would flatten with your finger. Sorry about my hands, they're really dry. My fingers are getting split where I've been doing too much crafting. My apologies, they're pretty yucky, but it's just part of my illness, I'm afraid. So yeah, I'm just going to put that through. If you flatten it with a bone folder or just your finger, you'll find that it will work really well and you'll be able to get your needle in. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to take my book that I'm punching on. Now, I need to make sure that I have my 3 holes in exactly the same place. Now, a lot of people, they create templates. I'm not going to do that today. It's just literally 3 holes. So theoretically, this should not be difficult as I have a journal pages. Oh, I'll start again. As I have a journal signature that is 8 inches. Okay, so I'm going to do it at 4, at 6 and at 2. 2, 4, 6, and that should give me the 3 holes I want. I'm wondering whether I should do it at 1, 4 and 7, just because I want them all to be sewn in really well. So if I did it at 7, 4 and then 1, that's a big signature, maybe 1.5. Okay, I'm going to do it at 1.5. Okay, so I'm just going to grab something just to mark my points. I'm going to just use a black pen for this because I want to see them. You can tell how nervous I am that this is all going to go wrong. Okay, let's line up that. I wasn't this nervous when I did Ofsted. I was a teacher. Ofsted were coming in. Oh. Okay, let's put a mark there at 4. And I'm going to come in 1.5 inches and put a mark there. And I'm going to come in at 1.5 and put a mark there. Ooh, look at that. So that's my first one done. And then we will do the same on that side. So I'm just going to write down that I did 4 and 1.5 from the edge. Scribble that down on there and then I won't forget. Okie dokie. Braddle is the next thing, or awl as they call it. I know some people call it an awl, some people call it a braddle, I don't know. I'm going to just put my holes in and make sure I go through all of my paper. Now, I always wonder whether I'm making too big a hole, because I always seem to have, maybe it's my awl that's too big, I don't know. I've got another one somewhere, but we'll go with this. Okay, so there's my 3 holes. Now, if I remember rightly, we've got to go in a figure of 8. So we go in the centre, come round, go back through the centre and back in again. So if I go that way, I think my threads will end up in the centre of the signature, and I'm okay with that, unless I want it to be on the end of the signature. Do you know what? I'm going to come in from the back in case I want to put some charms on. I've never done that before, but you never know. I might want to try and play around with some charms. So I'm pulling that through, and at this point I'm going to take the end of my thread and I'm going to secure it underneath this binder clip, like so. Make sure it's nice and tight, and then that way I won't lose it, because that's highly likely. Okay, pulled that through. Now, hopefully I remember how to do this. I'm going to go to the top one, oops, and out the other side. I'm going to go back in to this one in the middle, and I need to make sure that I don't catch the thread that I've already put through, which I haven't. Phew! And I'm going to just tighten that up, and then I'm going to go back through. Oh no, I am going to end up in the centre of it. Oh well, never mind. Oh no, I'm not. Hang on. Oh, it's got caught around my binder clip. There we go. And then I'm going to go under here. That's right, I've done it right. Yay! And give it a pull. I think this is correct. And then I take off this one. Just thrown my needle. It's a bit rough. And I'm going to tie that nice and tight in a double knot. And then snip that off. Yay! I've done my first signature. Are you proud of me? I think, yeah, I think that's okay. I'm so excited. Okay, I didn't mess it up. There's still time. There's one more to do. Oh no. Okay, so I'm going to leave this piece of string because I might put it through the cover and then do something with this. And I know it's really long. I know I've used way too much string, but I was really nervous, so that's okay. We can live with that. Right, next one. Phew, I'm sweating now. I'm going to open it up, make sure my book pages are even. Use my binder clips, like so. I'm doing this way this time because I think I messed up with the cake and bake journal. One, because I was trying to do a 5-hole binding, which I've only done a few times. And secondly, because it was just so full. So I thought this time, bind first, ask questions later. Right, let's make sure. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, it's nice and flat. See, can you see there? I'm going to undo that again. Can you see that all of my pages have got a little bit of a rise in them? I can't describe it, but I'm going to take that off and I'm going to take this book from underneath. I like it to be really, really flat. Let's just see if I can adjust these to make sure that's better. Can you see now? Look, nice and flat. I hope you can see. See, that's nice and flat now. There we go. Okay, so same thing again. I'm going to measure. Okay, let's just make sure. I always like to make sure I've got that ruler right on that line. Get my all out of the way. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I like to bend the page so I can see right where the crease is. I'm just going to mark on that crease there. And 1.5. And again 1.5 there. Okay. As I say, if you feel more comfortable doing a template, just check out all the videos. There's so many videos. Tracy Fox is a really good one to watch. I'm still going to do this nice and long because I like having all the thread. So you can always use it, cut it off and use it for a tag or something. It's all good. So I'm just going to thread my needle first, so I know where that is. Flatten that end. There we go. Went through nice and easy. Okay, and then I'm going to get my book. Excuse all the mess on my desk. I've still got the botanical things all out. And I'm going to create a hole through those pages. Make sure it goes through to the other side and I'm not catching my finger. Same here. Same there. Oh, that's a tricky one. Right, I'm going to turn this round. Just get that through. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Now, let's remember which way I came in. I came in from the back, didn't I? Let's see, back. So I came in from the back, went through, went up, went down. Yeah, from the... Did I come from the back? I can't remember now. So if I come in from the back, go through there, through here again, over there. Yep, that's right. Sorry, I had to check. Memory like a sieve. So coming in through the back. And then when I've done that, I'm going to do that again with this binder clip. Not all binder clips are made equal. This one in particular is quite strong, so I like to use this one for my thread. Make sure that's stuck under there. Put that down. Okie dokie. So we're going to just go through the first hole up here. Make sure I don't get my finger in the way. Nearly did. Glad I've got my protector on. And then back through this way. Making sure I don't catch that thread, which I haven't. Make sure I don't catch it on anything. I just got to pull out that double part piece of thread there. There we go. Where I've threaded it, I just need that bit out a little bit. There we go. And then back through this hole. Give that a nice tight pull. We're going to go underneath. Keep that, take the needle off, put that on there. I'm going to take the binder clip off now. Make sure this is nice and tight. My signature's in well. And I'm just going to give that a good tie in a knot. Still got lots of thread. Again, I'm going to leave those two on. It'll just be handy if I decide to have some dangles. So there you go. I did my first tutorial on actually sewing a signature. Now, so that's done there. Now, I'm not sure how, what I'm going to do next with the actual sewing. Oh no. You see what I've done wrong already? I haven't sewed it onto anything. Oh no. Okay. I didn't sew it onto anything, did I? So how am I going to put it into my book? I haven't sewed it onto anything. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, should we do that again? Oh no, I'm going to leave this in. I don't care. I'm just going to show you what happens when you're just not kind of with it, or you've just made a boo-boo, or you're a beginner. Right, I'm going to undo this. We need to sew it onto a spine, don't we? Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Give me a minute. I'll be back with you. Shall we try that again? Oh man. Right. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. I'm going to make a quite chunky, what have we got there? Let's do, I'm going to do a 3-inch spine, and I'll show you why in a little while, because I want to actually attach this to my my actual journal. It's quite a nice thick card. Oh no. Right, okay, now I really do need a pencil, so forgive me while I hunt for my pencil pack, which I cannot find, which means it's probably slipped under the desk. Right, let's see. Oh dear, it could only happen to me today, couldn't it? Oh, tiredness, never ever good. Okay, I really could do with a pencil. I'll be back, guys, sorry. Oh dear, I've just been laughing at myself. This is not good. Right, okay. I've done 3 inches because I want this to be a sturdy spine that I can put on the, to attach the sides of my journal. So the cardboard parts, the back and the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, let's see, I'm probably going to leave 3/4, let's see, should I do 3/4 of an inch? That might be a bit much. No, I think that's okay. I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch on both sides, and then if we go into the center, that leaves 1.5 inches. So if I go, let's see, I'm going to go in, I'm just thinking how close I want my signatures to be. I might do that in centimeters, guys, because it's a bit easier for me. Yeah, it is 4. Okay, so I'm probably going to put one signature, let's see, here, and one signature here. Okay, so I'm just going to rule that off so that I can get that nice and straight and I know where I am. I can always rub the pencil marks out. So this is the piece, the flap that will attach to my book. May need to be a bit wider, but we'll sort that out nearer the time. Go with that one. Oh, that's wonky. Oh no. God. Crafting Disaster of the Year award goes to Coastal Crafter 2020. Oh man, that's really funny. Oh, okay, let's try that again. Yay! We have liftoff, and that still looks bigger than that one. Okay. I'm just going to do this by eye. Sometimes I just like to do things by eye because otherwise it's a disaster. Okay, let's just go in there. And I'm just going to go in there. Okay, that's not too bad for first go. It is kind of a template. Now this should be just over 8 inches. So yeah, it's just over. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark here and mark here. And I'm just going to rule that off because this is the part that is just a bit extra. I don't care if I have to rub all this out. This just helps me because I'm a beginner. There are people probably watching. Well, I'm glad I haven't got many subscribers because there may be more experienced people looking at this video and laughing their heads off. Okay, so here we go. That's exactly 8. So we went in 4, 1.5, and 1.5. Okay, and the same on this one. I'm just going to eyeball that actually. There we go. Right, so now we've got where we need to put our holes for our book. And I'm just going to make sure that they line up, which I think they will. If that's on the edge of my page, let's try this side. That's on the edge of my page there. Yep, that's going to line up lovely. There we go. Perfect. Actually, not quite. Let's look at that. That one there, that one there. This one needs to be a bit further over, so I can see where that is. That's perfect. All right, I think we're okay. So now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my holes so I know where I'm at. Okay, so we're going to go into here for our first one. So that goes in. Make that a bit bigger. This one. This is what I'm like with binding. I get myself into such a state because I think I can't do it. And then I make mistakes. So, you know, this is what this channel is all about. I always say that, but it is. It's about completely making boo-boos and messing it up. Why not? No one else does it. Right, I'm just grabbing my... Sorry, guys. I'm just going to grab my scoring board, which you need next. Whoops. Under my computer. And then I'm just going to score down these lines, if I can find my scoring thingamajiggy. Here it is. Okay. Just so that they will fold when we need them to. And the same with this side. I think we might have to do it that way because that's in a better place. Lovely. Okay, so those two will attach to the sides of my journal. You can see this is quite nice thick card. So that's how I'm going to attach my back page, my back cover and my front cover. Okay, let's try again. Right, I've taken one off here. I've got my thread. Let's try this again. This isn't a bad thing actually, because you can just see me sewing twice. That side's got a bit floppy. I'm just going to trim that off so I can flatten that again and get that needle through. Okay, here we go. One more time. Through there. I think this is also why I get frustrated, because you end up with slightly messed up holes the more you sew. So yeah, okay, we're gonna have to use this loose one. Hopefully it'll catch the thread. There we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okie dokie. Right, and again. Through we go. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? Oh, phooey. Well, this is getting silly now. I didn't go through anything, did I? Oh, yeah. This is why I get myself into tears. I'm so worried about messing it up and having to start all over again. Especially when I've already decorated the journal and it's all ready to go. This is why I'm doing it this way, because I just think it'll be slightly less stress. It's still quite stressy, but I think it'll be like slightly less stress. Right, so we're going to go through this hole on this side, and then hang on, through this hole, gosh, and then through the center. There we go. Oh, we'll get there in the end, my lovelies. We really will. So that's pulled through, and it's through my binder piece at the back that I've got to get the signatures in with. Right, so I'm just going to pull that tight and make sure it doesn't get caught around that clip. I'm going to go through this hole and through the top of this one, and I'm going to give it a pull and tighten that up. Okay, back in through this one, through the two holes. Do not catch your thread. Okay, which I think I've just done there, so I'm just going to take that out. There we go. The reason you don't want to catch that thread is you won't be able to pull it tight and you'll get in a mess, and believe me, I've done that before as well. Okay, back in through this one. This is a test of perseverance, people. And underneath. Yay! Okay, we might have actually done it this time, guys. Honestly, what a donut. And I'm just going to tie that up. Make sure that's nice and tight, which it is. I'm happy with that. One more. Honestly, what a woolly. Okay, we're going to undo this one. And grab my needle, which is just walking its way all over my desk at the moment. Right, I'm back. I've taken that string out, lost my needle in the process, got another needle. Oh, dearie me. One of those days. Okay, let's get that threaded. Right, so now we're going to go in the back of here, back of this one. But first I'm going to put my clips on. Hey, at least you're getting your money's worth. Not that you're paying anything, but you know what I mean. Oh no. Oh dear. Honestly. Righty ho. Let's go in through this middle hole at the back of our spine. And then in through this one. And we're going to get that under that clip so that we don't lose it. I think this thread's a little less now because I did cut it off on this one, but that's okay. We can manage. Right now I feel like I could do anything. It's a good job that crafting doesn't involve fire or anything flammable. Okay, let's get that in there. And then we're going to go through this one. Really fiddly to do on camera, guys, I'm sorry. And then through that hole at the back there. And then we're going to give it a pull. Okay, right. And now we're going to go through here again, making sure we don't catch that thread. I'm going to turn this over so you can see. Whoop. So I'm going to go through this one, and then can you see just there? I'm just going to go through that centre hole. And again, making sure I don't catch that thread that I've put in before. And I'm just going to tighten that because it's a bit loose. Through this one. And then again through my spine. Okay, give it a pull. I'm going to go under here and tighten that. Take my needle off. I'm going to release this clip. Just give it a good pull. And I'm going to actually tie this off 3 or 4 times this time, because I noticed with this signature it was actually coming apart. So I shall do this one here, and then I'll go over this one a second time and just knot it one more time. Now I've actually done it, I don't want any mistakes. Okay, right, I'm going to just leave those on there for now until I know exactly what I'm doing. Wow, well that was an effort, wasn't it? And yeah, we've got it in the centre. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love you guys for sticking by me when I do mad things like this. Now obviously in the centre there I've got a big gap. But what I find is once you fill it up, these pages kind of get quite chunky. And also, when I get into the centre like that, I might put something right in the middle. I might decorate this and put something right in the middle. But it just allows for the book to expand and get chunky. Okay then, now we've done that. I'm very happy-ish. Might just tie these. I don't know whether to tie these threads off. No, do you know what? We're going to go right ahead now. I'm going to get the bits and bobs and we're going to make our cover, and I'm going to clear this desk so we can see the wood for the trees. Stay with me, Stay with me, guys. I won't be a minute. Frank Spencer Crafter, back with you in just a tick. Okay, my lovelies, I am back. So I have just cut my journal covers just slightly bigger than my actual pages. So I think I did it at 8.5 by 6. So my page is 5 3/4 by 8. Oh, sorry guys. Oh. And this is 6 by 8.5. Okay, so now what we are going to do is I need to get some paper to cover these, and I'm thinking that it might be nice to use some of the Natural History Museum papers I had before. Let's just make sure that's the right size. It looks different, but it's not. No, that's spot on, just the way I put them down. Okay, so I'm just going to grab that pad and we'll have a search through and see what one we like the idea of. I've got a really bright pink one here. Let's grab those. So let's see what we have. I think I showed you these in my very first video on my channel, which was, whoops, when I bought them. And I'm just thinking, oh yes, I found it. That one. That is so pretty. I just can't resist that. So we'll quickly tear that one out. And I'll find the same one. It should be further at the front of the book. See if I can find turquoise again. I'm sure that, there we go, they have got doubles. So let's see, let's grab another one of those. Okay. Really difficult with this paper because it is so beautiful. I'm wondering whether, do we want a corresponding one on the back? Or do we want it all that one colour? I think I'm going to go with all the same colour all over the journal. Right, let's smooth those out of the way. I might have to use some of these kaleidoscopes in this journal as well, I think. Okie dokie. So, we need to cut our journal. Let's see. I want to cut my paper at, say, I'm going to do it at 7 1/4 by, just give myself a little bit more, 9 3/4. So let's quickly do that and I'll be back. So I'm back. We've got our 2 pieces. You're going to have to forgive this stand again. I've got more problems. Don't even ask. It's just a nightmare. Just going to try and tighten it, guys. Nope, just doesn't want to. Okay, I hope you can see everybody. That was a bit of a challenge as well. So if you remember rightly, I think I've used this before. I'm going to search for, I haven't got a lot of this left, but hopefully we've got enough of this big wide tape to use on this journal. So what I do, let's move those out of the way. I gave myself a little bit extra all the way around, just so that I didn't make a boo-boo. Got a little tiny bit of a cut there. I'll be okay. We'll hide that with the spine. Yeah, it's quite difficult to cut this this thick grey board that I've got, but I do like it. But you have to make sure that you score one side and score exactly in the same place on the other side if you're using a cutter, and it can be quite tricky. Okie dokie. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over both sides all with this tape. Okay, they are done. Wasn't too many boo-boos on that one. So we'll take our first one and our first piece of paper. And I'm not worried about this perforated edge because obviously it's going to be hidden by some papers inside. I'm going to grab my little proddy thing because it does help. Yeah, this is really good tape. I got mine from Amazon, which was quite expensive. It's about £7 a roll, but it has lasted a while, and I'm sure somewhere, I have tried carpet tape. I know some people like that. I hated it. It was too many fibres. It looked really messy. I don't know if somebody was using a particular type, but yeah, that did not work for me. It just messed everything up. So this tape is just, I think it's just standard size, standard sort of, you know, double-sided tape for crafting, but it's just very wide. Okay, I'm going to place that in the centre as best I can, and then I'm going to turn that over and just use my hands to rub it down. Got a little scrapery doodgety thing. That's a very technical term, scraper doodgety thing. I'm going to just get that down on there like so, and then I'm just going to use, you can use anything really, credit card, bank card, just to run the sides up and get those ready for folding. I like this one because it's quite bendy. It was just out one of those kits, you know, where you put wall decals on and things like that. There we go. Now, just make sure they're all going to be okay. Now, I always have trouble with corners. Now, there's a train of thought with this. Some people kind of go in like a sort of a semicircular motion. Some people cut straight across. Some people cut about 1/8 of an inch away from the corner. So today I'm going to try that method and see how I get on. So I'm just going to be that tiny bit away from the corner. I've got sticky scissors here. These are the ones I use for my big tape, but they do get quite stuck. Let's just take that off. Okay, and then I think I'm probably going to use the art glitter glue because I know that it sticks really, really well and quite quickly. So I'm probably going to need a pin. This is going to be a long video today, guys, because obviously it's kind of a non-edit video. I only pause it to grab things, so it really is just how I would sit and craft, including all the muck-ups. Oh dear. I've challenged Tina as well at Shabby Dabby Doodah. Those little envelopes I made, I think I said it in the video that I'm sure that somebody with a bit more experience could do something even better with them. So I thought I would challenge her. I gave her the link to the video and I said, come and have a look at this. And I explained that it was MJ's idea, and then I developed it a bit further. And I really hope she does it. I really hope she has the time to kind of do that, because I'd love to see what she's going to do with it. It'd be really good fun. It's nice to see how people take other people's ideas and kind of run with them, and yeah, so I would look forward to that. I hope she does it. I'm sure she will. She's great at things like that. And I love her because she keeps her boo-boos in as well, and I love that about her. You know, she makes a mistake, she just does it. She just goes on and just carries on crafting, and that's what we should all be doing. Okay, well, that glue is a bit seepy that time. You can see that the art glitter glue, as expensive as it is, because it is quite expensive to get hold of in the UK, does work a fantastic job. Now I should be able just to, now the idea of this is that you kind of move this little extra flap of paper and fold it down like so, and then you won't get a dodgy corner. I still get dodgy corners. Look, we'll have a go. We'll do it. We'll see if we can fold it down inside there and get a nice neat flap. It's not too bad for a first go. I'm quite pleased, but it isn't perfect. But it could be that I'll add some metal corners to it afterwards, just to kind of give it that extra something, you know, cover up any slightly dodgy bits that I don't like. And then the same with this one. I'll just move those little extra pieces of paper in with my finger, and then I'll glue that down. Oops. Okay, and it's as easy as that. It's not too hard, that bit. Okay, I'm going to go and do the other one, so I'll just pause it so you don't have to sit through me doing the other one, and then I'll come back and we'll attach the signatures to this front and back cover. Okay, back in a sec. Okay, we had an art glitter glue malfunction there for a second, but it's all good now. Okay, I've got my two covers. Make sure I've got a nice clean board and there's no glue on it and everything's out of the way. I'll try and get you up a little higher. There we go. So now I've got my my signatures that I've sewn in. All that's left to do now is to glue these pieces onto our spines. Now I can see straight away that I'm not worried that my spine's slightly small. That's fine, because I'm going to cover over the front and the back. But I can see that I probably need to move that in slightly beyond the, let's see, maybe beyond the score line. So I think that would look better. I don't want a really big gap. I need a little gap because otherwise it won't bend properly. Right, okay. Let's just quickly grab my scoreboard one more time. And I'm just going to score slightly in, I think. Bone folder, where for art there, bone folder. There you go. Okay, so I'm just going to score a little bit in the second line. just so that I can fold that in a little bit, I think. I just don't like the fact that it's leaving such a wide gap. Oh, that went across. Let's try that. That's okay. That might be a bit better. Let's see. Okay, if I have that on there like so, that's going to give me enough room for that book to open and close. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I think for this part, I'm going to use that tape again. I may have to cut some of it off, but this tape is so sticky and so good that I think this is the one that I'm going to use. Okay, let's pop that on there in the bin. And just going to trim this off. We won't be able to use this bit for the other side with a little bit extra, I don't know. It does tend to come off its backing though, that's the only thing with this when you've cut it. As you can probably see. Let's just trim that bit there. Sorry guys, I'm off camera. Oh, trimmed a bit of my spine, but that's okay. I'm covering all of this up. All of this is going to be covered with beautiful lace and lovely things. Okay. Oh, so let's take that off. Moment of truth. Scary.com. Okay, I'm just going to line that up and just lay that. Oh, nearly. There we go. I'm happy with that. I know I've made a boo-boo with this spine part, but like I say, I'm going to cover all of that, so I'm not terribly worried about it. This is really sort of my first full journal by starting the cover first, so I'm not too worried. Okay, let's see. I think this is going to fit perfectly on here, so I'll just use that other piece of tape. I can put a bit of glue there at the bottom. I just want to trim that part off because I don't want that showing on the front of the book. Okay, actually that's the back of the book. So we'll take this off. And put that on there. Make sure this is up the right way and do the same thing again. And hopefully get this where the other one is. I'm trying to line up the covers now. Whoop. Nope. Okay, that's another reason why I like this tape. Let's try and just trying to get that level. Before I put that completely down. There we go. I'm happy with that. That's as near as it's going to be. There we go. There we go. Wow. Whew, I am really sweating. It's so scary doing it on camera for everyone to see. You feel really, really vulnerable. Oh dear. Oh, that was horrible. It was enjoyable, but it was horrible at the same time because I know all of you are watching, and I know that I will post this video because that's the idea of my channel, is to kind of do things. I'm not very happy with my corners, I have to say. I think I may have made a boo-boo here, so what I might end up doing is just trimming that little excess off there, or finding a way of kind of covering those up. But there you go. That's how I do it. I think this signature here, looking at this, is going to need to be tightened slightly because it's a little bit loose. But that's okay. I'm sure I can do that with just untying it and giving it a little pull. The other one's a little bit loose as well, so you know, it's the first go. So I'm probably going to off camera just give those a little bit more of a, you can see it's just a little bit loose. I think I've tied my knot a bit high, but that's okay. It's sewn, we have a cover, we have signatures, life is good. Okay, I just want to say, if you sat through from the beginning to the end, you're an amazing person, and I thank you for watching my channel and all my mistakes and all my weird camera angles and my phone nearly falling off and the light going wobbly and everything else. The thing is, it's not easy when you first start. You know, if you haven't got all the money to kind of buy fancy stands and stuff, it's not easy to just set up a YouTube channel and go, off I go. And as I say, my investment is in my craft things, so I've not quite invested in something better for you guys to watch. But the more sales I get in my Etsy, then I definitely will. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for watching this. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm going to come back and we're going to start with our signatures. Thanks again, guys. Love you all. Take care. Bye.